afternoon. So in the world of organizational behavior, there's many arguments made about the ideas of power, influence, and negotiation. These can become heated arguments, and we are, as a team, have our own. Let me send you over to my analysts, and we'll go through our argument based on these factors.
Many would argue that the world is run by those with an inherent sense of power and influence. And in the modern era, commanding this dominance is what gives you power, what makes you successful. But there's an old quote saying that if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. This could not be more true in the context of a leader. These leaders often build up great, strong firms that are known throughout the world, often with deep roots that are culturally enriched in their home nation. Now, what kind of influence makes this power come true? How can I get a better use of it and make it so that it benefits myself and those who are close to me? Now we're going to talk to my friend Emma about what power is.
Power is the ability to influence others' behaviors, and in return, resist the unwanted influence from others. Just because someone has influence doesn't mean he or she will use it. There's two main forms of power. There's organizational power, which is split up into three parts. There's legitimacy power, which is the power given to you based on the title of your role. Then there's cohesive power, which is the power based on your ability to hand out punishment. And then there's reward power, which is the power given to you based on your ability to hand out rewards, such as bonuses. Secondary, there's power based on personal. So the personal powers are your expert power based on your knowledge and your expertise. And there's referent power, which is the attractiveness or charisma of you as a leader. So there's contingency factors, those being substitutionality, discretion, centrality, and visibility. All these factors play into total as why you might not have or may have more influence.
Hey, thanks, Emma. So negotiation is when a group of two or more people are trying to settle on an agreement where both people have a positive outcome. Let's go see Cole. This is also very important in today's society. Hey, Cole.
Thanks, Cal. So to understand how influence in these other areas impact your ability to achieve power, it's important that we identify and actually define what influence is. Influence is the ability to use your own behaviors to alter and adjust the behaviors and attitudes of others to suit your own or organizational needs. Now, using these abilities, you can use different kinds of influential tactics like tugging on heartstrings, using personal appeal, as well as charisma, and using factual information that will describe your argument and better allow you to influence others and to change their perspectives to suit your own.
Oh, hey, thanks, Cole. Today I'm going to talk to you about communication. Most importantly, what is it? By definition, it's the transfer of information from a sender to a receiver. On an organizational standpoint, this is incredibly important, especially as a boss, to make sure your communication is effective, clear, and concise will increase your productivity and ensure a good, well-run business. I'm going to take you on to my boy Cal now. He's going to give you a little bit more information. I hope you're enjoying this walk with us so far.
So now we're done with those definitions. Now we're going to lead into our arguments. So one of the main arguments is how power influences negotiation. So throughout time, people have been given power. So with power, there's a lot of people who look up to you. So when you have a lot of people looking up to you, that gives more people backing you up. So when people back you up, there's a higher chance that they're going to back you up on the negotiation you're trying to make, and that negotiation will most likely become in your favor. Here's Rory with an example.
Okay, thank you. So an example of where power isn't earned by the use of their negotiation skills is the British royal family, or my royal family from England. They are born into that and they don't have the skills to start off with. Although they have great power over others, their negotiation skills is not a factor of this. We'll now pass on to Cole.
Thanks for the example. While it is notable that power greatly enhances your ability to influence others, it's also notable that influence occurs no matter what kind of power you're in and is actually necessary to bring you into power, namely through your ability to use influence tactics as well as your ability to judge and understand others and use that kind of ability in political skills. These are examples of that include not only negotiation influence, but also your communication skills and allowing you to have strong networking skills, social astuteness, and a general ingenuity that allows you to move up through the ranks in any organization or any situation that you find yourself in. Whether it's a workplace dispute or you gunning for another promotion against another coworker, all of these things increase your propensity for power.
Never get these things to work nowadays. So, on top of what Cole's argument was, we're also going to add in that communication and negotiation also increase your propensity to have power. Communication starts at the beginning with having effective communication. Once you have effective communication, you can add in a big tip called having empathy. Coming from a person with power, if you have empathy while you're communicating, it will only increase the acceptedness of your message and will further on increase your propensity to have power. Negotiation does the same thing. The skills you have to negotiate are very similar to those that are in leadership positions. Being able to bargain, being able to find resolutions, being able to have a normal conversation. All of these things tie in to increasing your power. As my friends are now going to tell you, we have a couple examples of that, starting with a great man by the name of Nelson Mandela.
Hi there. So my next example is of where their communication and negotiation skills create power. A prime example of this is Nelson Mandela. Through his negotiation skills, he solved years of trouble that violence could never achieve. This is why he earned his negotiation and communication skills instead of being given the role through power. Although he was given his presidency, we believe that his negotiation skills made people follow him and influence him. And now pass on.
Me again. So, now that we've given you our question, we presented you with some arguments and some examples, we'd like to bring you to a very special person. His name is Professor John. He's dressed up very nicely just for this conclusion. I'd like to tell you he's going to look a lot similar to someone in the beginning of the video, but he definitely is not the same person. Here he is, Dr. John.
Oh hey, didn't see you there. So here's my job to let you know that our research question can kind of be broken up into two different premises. The idea that someone can actually inherit true power is completely separate from actually being able to, possess that based on your negotiation and communication skills. To truly be a leader, you actually need to be able to, reach out to your subordinates and those below you in a way that, speaks to the firm and what you want to do as a leader. In order to be a leader, you need to own your own control power, and from that, you can go on further. Thank you so much for joining us on our walk. Here, let me show you the door. Seriously, I know our office kind of needs a bit of an update, but you'll see that next time.